How y'all doing? Maybe it's Thursday. What a day, huh? Ain't we got a lot to talk about today? A little bit going on, ain't it? Little shithead up there in our house. Yeah, he's making an ass out of himself again today, like he did yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that. Oh, well, only since, I don't know, January 20th, something around there. He's been acting like a dick. Anyway, how you like that shirt? Yosemite, California. I haven't been there yet. It's on my bucket list of places I wanted to go. Established in 1890. This came from Gary Cervanka. He's a blue dot out in California, baby, and we're tickled to death to get his shirt. And he not only sent a shirt, he sent a box. He sent me a box. It's got look at there, a blue dot in Texas. Just like that. It's got some buttons in there. But it also came with a package to make that button. So I'm going to make up some of them buttons and put them in some of the packages of t-shirts, coffee cups, and whatnot like that. And I'll just send them out. He included, I don't know why, a little MP3 player. Look at there. And some earbuds to listen to. Because it's got a couple of audio books on there and some music of his. I'm listening to the first book, A Brief History of Everything, which is so far pretty interesting. It's keeping my attention glued to it. He sent me a leather belt. And he also sent me, his brother, George, also sent me a few patches that I might like. And I do indeed like anything Navy, I like, baby. Go Navy. I worked for the Army for 16 years, and they never did understand how come every time there was an Army-Navy game, John planted his Navy flag right on his Army desk. Yep, go Navy, baby. Anyway, what in the hell's going on? Well, people, we have a child in our house. A petulant little child. A toddler, a tangerine toddler that just sits down and stomps his feet and throws a little hissy fit. He's a little wuss. That's what he is. A whiny little bitch is what our president is. Y'all heard, I'm sure by now, what he tweeted out about, who's that, Mika Brzezinski? She's on Morning Joe. And little Donnie Dick had to go out there and start tweeting crap about her and the show that she's on. And because that's what Donnie does. That's what Donnie does. Donnie gets all upset because the media is mean to him. Oh, the poor media is picking on little Donnie Dick. We have a pussy in our house. We not only have a pussy grabber, we have an outright wuss pussy. He is just a child, and just boo, and he's scared the shit out of that man. Hey, he is just a... Melania's got bigger balls than Donald Trump does. I swear that woman's got much bigger huevos than Donnie Dick ever had. Ain't online bullying Melania's thing? Isn't that what she's supposed to be promoting? And you know how first ladies do? They pick a program and they promote that and they try to convince people don't be a dick. Well, that's her thing. She's trying to convince the people of the world don't be a dick, Donnie. But Donnie Dickhead, the president of this country, is the biggest little bullier, using words like psycho to describe somebody. Everybody's got a nickname from Donnie. You know, Donnie's got to sit around and make shit up. Oh, they're mean to me on the news. They're psychos. He attacks a woman on her looks. How about it, ladies? You like that shit? You know, on a really nice note, I saw Ana Navarro, that little GOP girl, Hispanic lady that talks sometimes on about GOP issues. You know, she's a Republican. She called him out this morning. And she not only called him out on the show, that news show, she posted it online just so that he is a disgrace to this office, that he should not be in this office. She's the only one on the right that's calling his ass out for what he is. A lying dick in our office. He's an embarrassment to our country every day he is in there. Anybody that tries to stand up, and all of the Republicans are. All them Republicans, boy, well, you know, I really don't like what he tweets. It's not being helpful. No. How about you Republicans grow some balls? Ana Navarro did. She damn well said it this morning. He's incompetent to be in the office. He's an embarrassment to this country. He's a petulant little child. I don't know what else he has to do to convince Republicans and get them to grow some balls and throw him out of that office. He's a disgusting turd of a man. He comes out, he talk about lower the bar of the presidential office. Are you shitting me? They had to dig a ditch. I've said it before, they had to dig a ditch to lower the bar even farther for this man to get in our house. He's a disgusting piece of shit. Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, all of them stand up there and try to explain, well, you know, he's new at this, or that's not being helpful. I'd rather talk about something else. Yeah, you'd rather talk about something else than the man that y'all elected, that y'all put up in front of our house. A lying dickhead who's too thin-skinned to do anything except watch morning news shows in his underwear, probably scratch his ass, and then figure out how mean they are to him and get on to Twitter there and just go, oh, they're being ugly to me, they're psycho people. We have the biggest fake president we've ever had in our life, the fakest person. I wish he would take his petulant little ass back up to his golden little tower and Trump Towers and stomp his feet all the hell he wants. You cannot tell me that that woman married him for anything except money. That woman that married him is just like him. Money grubbers. It's all about money to them. Trump, Melania, Ivanka, his daughter wife. Yeah, that's exactly what that woman is, a daughter wife. You need to go stroke your daddy a little bit and calm his ass down. And yeah, didn't you say you was going to do that, Ivanka? I'm there to calm daddy down. Well, you better go jack his ass off because he's not doing a good job out here. He's just acting like a dick every day. Now they're all up there trying to push their health care bill through. Yeah, try to get that some Republicans in support. Republicans are leaving his ass left and right, people. And that's a good thing. I counted 3 of them this morning. 3 Republican ladies, 2 senators and a congressman. Lynn Jenkins, Republican out of Kansas, she's congressman. Senator Shelley Capito from West Virginia, Republican senator, and Senator Susan Collins from Maine. We all know her, she's in the news a lot. All of them called Donnie Dick out for what he is. An idiot who can't keep his hands away from the Twitter phone. He just got, well, it's only on one other place he's going to put his phone. That's scratching his ass. And he can't miss it. Y'all seen it? I tweeted him this morning and reminded him again just how fat his ass is. Every time I see him out there, they have those pictures of him playing golf or playing tennis or some shit, and that big, giant ass and those tiny, tiny little fingers holding onto that racket in the club. Yes, little tiny hands. I bet those are undersized clubs for his tiny hands to look any better. You know what they say about men with tiny hands? That's right. They, you can't, what do he say? Oh yeah, he said they have tiny dicks, and that's what he is. He's a tiny dick, no balls president. I can't be more disrespectful of that man. He earns nothing from me. He deserves nothing from me. He's a stinking cockroach. That's all he is. He's out to try to destroy this country and everything that it stands for and everything that we fought for over 200 freaking years, that this turd in our house can come by and shit on everything. And that's exactly what he's doing. But last night he went out and had a fundraiser. A campaign fundraiser for his re-election. Less than 6 months into the freaking office and he's already doing fundraisers. That's how much he cares about money. He doesn't give a shit about anything else but cash. Give me money. And he had that fundraiser at his International Trump Hotel right down the street there. Of course he did. Of course he did. Because it makes more money for the Trumps. Because they can waller in it at night or some shit. I don't know. He makes a big hole in it and lays in there and screws it for all I know. Anyway, he had his little fundraiser. He was met with a lot of protesters. I seen that on the news. They didn't like him much. Like the rest of us. They think he's a stinking asshole. Anyway, they were all, a bunch of them got arrested. Ain't that some shit? Can't even protest his ass. He gets all hurt. Him's a little panty waist. Him's got tiny little balls, and they all swivel up on him when hims get upset. Bug off! Anyway, first they said, oh, can't let no news in there at the fundraiser. And, they always have before. And mind you, Obama and Bush, they didn't do their first fundraiser till 2 years into office because they were trying to do the people's work, I guess. Donnie ain't got time for the people's work. He delegates that shit out to everybody else. Donnie's got one thing on his mind. Money, baby, money. And that little shit's going to meet with with old Pootie boy. G20 summit's coming out, so Donnie can go over there. And I understand he's buying scented Vaselines to take with him so he can, when Pootie's screwing him in the butt, Pootie will get a nice whip instead of the crap that Donnie's ass smells like. Yeah, he's going to get screwed by Pootie any which way. He's got him backed into the corner. No, I got no respect for this man. He doesn't deserve shit, and he gets nothing from me. I want him out of my house every day. GOP is approving a Democratic proposal, I had this written down there, to remove a war authority from him, to get the possibility that this tangerine asshole is going to start a war, North Korea or Syria, somewhere. He wants to start a goddamn war so he can get everybody's mind off of how stinking crooked he is and how much money he's going to steal. That's what Donnie wants. He wants something, a big distraction, so he can steal everything. Republicans, you're disgusting pieces of shit every time you support this man. Every time I see you stand up there in the halls of our house and talk about, forgive him, he doesn't know anything, or I wish he wouldn't do that. No, y'all need to grow balls and tell him to put down his stupid little phone, get his cotton-picking panty out of his ass, and stand up and be a man, because that man is anything but a man. That guy is nothing but a little turd walking around. It disgusts me every damn day. I have to turn on my TV or wake up in the morning and he is still in our house. So we need to work hard to get his ass out. We need to step it up every day. Call on them damn Republican senators. Point out every stinking thing he does, every stinking thing he says. Take him and his wife and get his little daughter wife and move your ass back to New York. We don't want your stinking shit all over our country. And we need to work on that every day. Every day. And keep after it until he does. Anyway, blue dots around this country. I love y'all so much. Stay involved. Stay involved as hard as you can. Keep this heat on his ass. Demand it from everybody you know to stand up and be a true American. That man does not represent American values. He represents the worst America ever had in its history. A greedy dog who's out to steal. That's who Donald Trump is. Remind them of that every day, that that's their man. And that's what they stand for. And they don't have a problem with him downgrading women, downgrading veterans. His new health care bill is going to cut 2 million veterans off of Medicaid. Because, not every veteran lives around a goddamn VA hospital. Some of them have to have Medicaid to get health care out where they live. But Donnie Dickhead doesn't give a shit about that. You think he gives a shit about the military? Yeah, 2 million veterans kicked off Medicaid because he wants to give a tax break to rich people. He does not give a shit about our military. He doesn't give a shit about this country. And he doesn't give a shit about the values that we hold. He's nothing but a disgusting money-grabbing whore. And that's all he is, and that's all he'll ever be. So let's work hard to get him out every day. It just disgusts me, and I know it disgusts you too. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, John Bridwell, Blue Dot in Texas. My Twitter, my Patreon, and Reddit, and Steam It, and anything else I can get it done to get this message out. That just remind people every day to rise up, that we have a reason. We have a valid reason to get this disgusting man out of our house before he ruins it anymore. To my blue dots around the world, thank you very much. Woo, look at her, my dot, got my dot. I like to pat my dot. It reminds me of all of us. We're nothing but a bunch of blue dots, baby. But we cover this map. We cover this world with more blue than there is disgusting red. That red doesn't mean anything but greed to me. Just greed and disgusting shit. Because that's all the Republican Party is turned into, and they don't have any choice but to turn it around themselves. We're not going to do it for them. We're going to point it out every day. Y'all have a good day. We will see you tomorrow, baby. I promise. Won't miss another day.